Hi there. I got really inspired today to talk a little bit about time commitments and committing to practices, to various practices, and creating habits and patterns that support our aligning with high vibe frequencies versus low vibe frequencies. We can do a number of different practices for ourselves throughout the day to align with either high or low vibes, fear or love. Basically, we tend to unconsciously do a lot of things to align with low vibe frequencies because our society very much supports the low vibe frequencies. Watching the news, watching a lot of fear-based content is one way that many of us align with low vibe frequencies and support that fear in our energy body, in our physical body, in our mind, and our spirit. When we align with those energies and fill our experience with those energies, we create those patterns and habits and of energy. So that's one way that we support aligning with low vibe frequencies. Eating unhealthy foods, lots of sugar content. That's another way to align with low vibe frequencies and create disease in our body. So that's one thing that we do on a daily basis that we have to be conscious of. And there's just a number of things. Spending time around people that may not be very nourishing and supportive for us. That's another way to really strengthen the low vibe frequencies that we're in and within ourselves. So stress, anger, anxiety, so many things that really help us to align. The more we feed those energies, the more that is our experience. It's just kind of really basic. It's not about a judgment call here, but this is just the basics of energy, kind of energy 101. If you want to feel higher vibe, you align with higher vibe. If you want to just stay in unconscious low vibe frequencies, you kind of let that ride, because again, it's very supported in our society to do so for whatever reason. Not that there's not a lot of beauty and joy and love in our society, but the prevalent energies tend to be of a lower vibration, fear, anxiety, stress, lack mentality, scarcity consciousness. That's just what it is. I'm not going to get into all the hows and whys. I mean, there's many ways we can speculate on that, but let's just keep it at an energetic level. It's just what it is. So we need to very consciously work to pull ourselves out of those predominant energies and align ourselves with higher vibration frequencies so that we change our experience. And that's just really the basics of it. It is that simple. And again, no judgment call. It just, how do we want to feel on a day-to-day basis? Do we want to feel more joy and love and health in our body? Or do we want dis-ease and discomfort and anxiety, stress, and fear? So yeah. So what that is the basis for my 12-week program. Also, just throwing that out there, really helping us to get in alignment with the higher vibe frequencies, getting very conscious of the low vibe frequencies that we surround ourselves with, that we are surrounded with on a daily basis, and that we've just gotten so used to. It's just very unconscious behavior and patterns because it's just what we're in. So it takes a lot of work to move out and be very conscious and recognize all the low vibe frequencies and then move into the high vibe frequencies. So that's what my 12-week program is all about. And we cover so much, for the body, mind, spirit, physical body, energetic body, habits, patterns, relationships, sexuality, so many things. It's nutrition, we really look at that too. So, but part of what we do in that 12-week program, and part of why it is a 12-week program, is so that we can start setting new patterns for ourselves on a daily basis. And the longer that you hold a pattern, the more you strengthen it in your energy body, in your physical body, in your mind and spirit, the more you align with that healthy pattern, because we are patterns. Our energy is patterns, and we're just, again, used to the unconscious patterns. So now we have to work hard to make them conscious. So that means doing something every day, really aligning with that. That's part of what I wanted to talk to you about here, or share, is the importance of creating a container for yourself to start creating those healthy patterns and to get very conscious with it. And it takes I think about it in this way, like a train that's on its tracks, and that's a big heavy train, and it's just going, it's going, and it takes a lot of energy to stop that train, move it into a new direction, put it on different tracks, reorient the tracks. It just does, and if we're unconscious, the train is just moving and going in its direction with a lot of force and a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy ourselves to stop that train and put it in on different tracks, create different tracks in a different groove. And so in order to do that, we need to be consistent. We need to consistently work with this train and really guide it in a new direction. So it's not enough to just think about, hey, I want the train to go in a different way. It's not enough just to notice the train going on its path. We really have to put in some effort to lay new tracks for it to go in a different direction, go into the beautiful sunset versus into, I don't know, some war zone or something, So that's one way to visualize that and to understand what we're talking about here. And again, no judgment call, is just, where do we want to align our energies? How do we want to be in our day? So today during my practice, I just started a new mantra. And what I like to do when I start a new practice is to set a container for myself, because it's very easy to have these great intentions like, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to start working with affirmations. Oh, I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to stop doing this, And if we don't create a container for ourselves, it's very easy, because the train is really powerful. That train has got so much energy and momentum behind it and in it, and it just goes. And it takes a lot of effort, like I said, to change the past. So we need to create containers for ourselves. We need to create commitments for ourselves. We need to create daily habits for ourselves to get that train going in the other direction. So when I start a new practice, I really like to set a container of 108 days. 108 is a magical, very spiritual number, and you can look that up if you want to and learn more about that number. It's a beautiful, sacred number. So 108, that's a little over 3 months. Like my 12-week program, 3 months. I can't remember how many days that is exactly. But anyways, it's a really good amount of time to set a new foundation, to really get some grooves going for that new track that we're trying to lay. So I know for myself, within 108 days, I can really start to see some fruits of the practice. I can see some benefits, and I can see like, yeah, this is actually really working for me, or yeah, no, maybe not. So I gave it a try and it wasn't really exactly resonating, or it was nice, but it's, now I want to put my energy into something else. We don't continue to do practices that we're not resonating with. I mean, that's just to do the practice, that doesn't help either. So we want to find those practices that do support us and do really resonate with us and do really support the train going in the path we want, not just a different path, but the direction that we want to go on. Because we can do a lot of practices and a lot of different things for ourselves that will take us in a new direction, but maybe it ends up being maybe not the direction we want to go. So, or not as supportive as it could be. So 108 days really gives a great idea. It's just like, is that the thing? Like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to continue on with that. Or maybe I'm ready to switch it up. So we do start off with a lot of great intentions and ideas and yeah, the best of intentions. You know what they say about that. The path to hell, right? So when we create these containers for ourselves, set guidelines for ourselves, and commit, that's when we see the change. That's when we change the energy patterns, and that's when we start to see the real benefit of what we're doing. So I just wanted to talk about that and put that out there a little bit. I know it's hard for ourselves, and it's easy to get distracted from what we're doing, so create a calendar for yourself. If there's a practice you want to start, maybe you want to start writing affirmations. Maybe you want to cut sugar out of your diet. Maybe you want to start earthing, putting your feet on the earth and seeing how powerful and positive that is for you. Set that container for yourself, create a structure for yourself, get a written calendar that you can mark the days off and set a goal, watch your progress. And then you can really start to see the benefits of the practice. You don't have to wonder, like, I wonder if it's that. I wonder if that was of any help, when you do something for a day or 2 days or something, you really start learning yourself. You learn your energy. You learn how energy works and moves, and you learn how to change it for yourself, and you start learning what works for you. It's a really excellent way to start building your intuition, strengthening your intuition, really start feeling into what you're doing for yourself and your habits and patterns, and you're bringing a lot into your consciousness. You're getting so much more clear on, you don't have to wonder anymore, like, I wonder if sugar is causing me some issues. After 108 days, you're going to see the benefits, and then you're going to see what happens when you start eating sugar again, and you're going to be like, whoa, I don't have to wonder about that anymore. I can very clearly see what is happening for my energy body, physical body, mind, and spirit when I start that thing back up. This is how it's kind of like a scientific, approach, and not that we need more science. I mean, I think science and spirit can work beautifully together. And this is one of the ways where we can synthesize that. We can really, get our minds into this, because we do need our minds on board. We need all of ourselves on board when we start doing these practices and we start working more consciously with our energy, and the mind, when it can see clear, concrete things, it gets on board and really can support our process. So, we want to strengthen our heart, we want to strengthen our energy body, we want to strengthen our mind, our body, spirit, everything. So getting all the parts on board, and this is really helpful for our mind to see very concrete results. That's what we're used to here in the West. We need that. So that's fine. Great. Bring it on board and let's work with it, So yeah, let's get scientific about this and see how it works. And it strengthens our intuition, our psychic ability, all the things. It's beautiful. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. And again, keep in mind my 6 or 12-week program, which is really all about this. This is absolutely the premise, getting very conscious of our energy body, what we surround ourselves with, how we spend our day, how we do relationships, working with ancestral trauma, because those patterns came in. So we're working with a lot of energy patterns. So getting very conscious of exactly what we're working with, bringing the unconscious into the conscious so we can work with it. If it's down there and we can't see it and we don't know what it is, that train keeps chugging along. When we can see the train, we can see where it's going, we can see, where it came from and get it, like, ooh, okay, now I can very consciously work to move that train in the direction I want it to go in, and it's just it's a game changer. So yeah, put that in your bonnet. And yeah, I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Check out my website for much more information about me and my philosophy. This is just a real huge part of working with energy. It's very basic and easy, really, just to move it in a new direction. It's not easy. It's simple. But the concept, again, no judgment, just like, this is how we work with energy. This is how we do it. So when we want to create those new grooves for ourselves, we have to be consistent. Daily practice. We've given so much energy and attention to these other things, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. We have put a lot of energy into that. It's going to take a bit to get it going in the other direction. I just can't really emphasize that enough. It doesn't matter if we're conscious of these other patterns or not. If they're just chugging along in the background, they are doing it, and we're addicted to those because that's just where our energy goes. Not a problem. We recognize it, set intention, create a container, switch gears, and go this direction and watch what happens. It's powerful, it's huge, it's epic, it's a game changer, and that's what it's all about. So that's where I come from, that's how I work, that's what we do here. Just really getting conscious, bringing it into the consciousness, and then changing it to be what we want. Yeah. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe again, and let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for listening. I'm so grateful to be here. Thanks. Bye all.